hello. Welcome back to the 21 Days of Authenticity Challenge. I am your host, Evodi Vashengi, certified speaker, trainer, and empowerment coach. Oh my goodness. Like I always say, I am super excited to be on here. Right before I get on, I'm not too excited. But right when I press that on button, I get super excited because I'm like, okay, I'm on, it's starting. So, welcome to episode 17. This episode's going to be a little bit different because I'm going to get my girl to come on here and ask me a couple of questions. So, if you have questions that you want to know about me, if you have questions about the topic that I speak about, or if you just have questions in general, put them down below because I'm going to be answering. I don't know what these questions are, but I'm going to be answering these questions. And yeah, so this is about me showing up as me. The 21 Days of Authenticity Challenge is all about me showing up as me no matter what. And this is just another way to make it fun a bit. You guys learn about me, and I answer honestly and authentically. So I'm going to get Chantell on here. In the meantime, hello Sharon. Hey, how you guys doing? Hello, if you're in here, let me know you're in here so I can give you a shout out. Hey girl, hey.
Hey, can you see me?
Yes, I see you.
Am I not? It's not too bad, right? Light in the back or no light?
Uh, like, like, like.
Okay. Hello.
Hello, hello. Introduce yourself, girl.
Okay. Hello, everybody. My name is Chantell Thompson. I'm so glad, girl. You look so good. Okay. First of all, like, I need some lip. I need some lip gloss. Okay, here it is.
Oh, stop.
No. Oh, hold on. We're okay. We're okay. I'm here. I'm here. Okay, yes. I am Chantell Thompson. I'm from New York. I love to inspire the young women coming up in this world. My passion is to show them how to live the lives that they truly deserve. So I'm here to interview my girl. And I made it pretty fun, I think.
Okay, okay. I'm excited. I'm excited. Please go easy on me because you know how extra I can be, okay? You don't embarrass me online.
All right. Should we just dive right in into what I have for you? All right. So I was sitting here and I thought of 10 questions, but then I was like, you know what? I like a seven. I have seven solid questions that I really like, right? Lucky seven number, right? So I was like, instead of going one by one, because we're just going to hop in, get a little bit of, have some fun here. You pick a number, one
Oh,
through seven.
okay, let's do that. Hello, Robert. Oh my goodness. Thank you for tuning in. We're so happy that you're here. Oh my, it's
Yes.
almost okay. Let's start. Robert's here.
Yeah.
Right?
Right. Right.
So hyped. So, hey, I want to know where are you actually located so that we no well not your address or anything, but just like countrywide, so that we see where all of our viewers, all of our followers are from. But so Chantel, I'm gonna pick a number, right?
Right. I have
And
seven questions. You pick a
okay,
number one through seven, and I ask.
okay. So first number is number 4.
Number four. Ooh, no. Um, what does love mean to you?
Oh wow, what does love mean to me? Oh
Give me a
man,
heart.
God is love. That's really what it is. Shoot, but I know that there should be another
No.
there should be an answer or something. But for me, I'm like, God is love, Source is love, Infinity is love, Authenticity is love.
I
Yeah.
love that. That's fine.
Okay, did I get it right? Ding, ding, ding. Okay, pick number 3. Number 3. Okay, so I'm picking number. I feel like it's what's that show called? The Wheel of Fortune. What number are you gonna pick? Pick number 3.
Number three. Okay, I love that. I love that though. Love, infinity, abundance, just all those things that we are blessed with
Yeah.
in order to learn ourselves. Okay, number three.
Hello, Denise. We're picking number 3.
Yes. Okay. What makes you weird? Come on. Authenticity.
Okay, honestly, it's one of those that, okay. What makes me weird is because I don't think things are weird that the average person thinks is normal. So like I could do weird faces and weird dance moves and like walk outside barefoot and like just because I'm like in my own philosophy I'm like I don't know I feel like I should be free to express myself without restriction, without me even judging myself, at least when I'm by myself. This I'm talking about when I'm by myself. But I guess that's what makes me, I'll say weird, which is, I guess, different.
Yeah,
Is
different.
like,
That's what I. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
okay.
Okay. Not too bad, right?
No. This is all right. I was things that would make me like easy. How old are you? Oh, I'm 36.
You were not expecting that.
I was totally expecting that. Oh, how many siblings do you have? Well, I've got 6. I was totally so when you're like, what does love mean to you?
You thrown off. Okay. Okay. Good. Good. That's good. All right.
Okay,
Next.
number 1.
How do you learn?
How do I learn? The hard way. Seriously, though, that is an actual honest answer. I like when I say that, it just means that I am someone that I have to learn it for myself. If you are telling me something, so if a teacher tells me something, my parents tell me something, authority tells me something, if I don't agree with it, I know that's a little bit arrogant or whatever, but it's just a stubborn nature that I have to work on. But I have to I won't just accept it like that, if that makes sense. I won't accept it. I have to know it to be true for myself. Therefore, a lot of times what happens is because they're telling me a truth, and for me, I'm like, I don't see it to be true for myself, but how can I? Because right now I'm just being ignorant and arrogant and thinking I know everything. So then I have to put myself in a difficult situation, and then I usually get really good lessons out of them, but I'm pretty stubborn like that.
Okay.
Rosita, hey girl, hey
Hello,
Suzette,
speaker.
how you doing? Um,
Hey. I can't see anybody. Distracts me when I'm talking.
oh gosh.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, next number. Oh yeah, so what we're doing is she's asking me
Okay.
questions. I don't know what the questions are, but I'm answering authentically and honestly, and yeah. So next number, I'm gonna pick 1 to 10. You said it right?
Yeah, we'll do 1 to 10 because I just came up with another. Yep.
And 9 for the day of my birthday, August 9th.
Okay.
Hello, Valerie.
So number 9, right?
Number 9.
If fear wasn't an option, what would you make happen right now?
Girl, okay. If fear wasn't an option, what would you make happen right now? Oh man, I would I would fly. If fear wasn't an option, and it's funny because people see me in the day to day or doing workshops or doing, and they don't know that yes, in what I'm doing, I could do so much more. I could do so much more, but that fear, girl, I can't even answer that because I'm like a lot of things would change like so much. I would put myself out there more. For example, this 21 days of authenticity challenge that I've been trying to do for 21 days, but for the past 60 days, like I've been trying to get this over with that, but that fear overcomes all the time, and that's why I'm like, but for me, I'm like, I don't want to give up. So even those 60 days in, and I was supposed to finish 21, after 21 days, I don't mind going forward because perseverance can sometimes trump that fear there. So I would say I would put myself out there more. And in putting myself out there, I know I've done the inner work. I've done the internal work. I know what my dreams are. I know I've been planning. I know what it is that I want. I know my vision. I know the steps that I need to take. It really is now putting that into action. And that's what fear is stopping me from doing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Pick another number.
Okay. What number should I pick? Okay.
What number, guys? What number? Do you see anybody?
No, anybody has a number? Anybody has a favorite number that we can choose? I'm answering Chantell's questions, so she has them numbered down, and then I just choose one.
1 through 10.
Did I say 5 already?
No.
Okay, 5 then. I'll pick number 5.
Oh, Robert's from Indianapolis.
Pick 8. Let's pick 8. Valerie says 8. Yay, we got a 8? Number. We got a number.
8. Okay, 8. Oh, here we go. 8.
It says fear. False evidence appearing real. Yes. Yes. Fear is an illusion. It is not real. Oh, God, but our minds know how to make it seem like it's so real.
Right. Right.
Okay. So we're going to do number.
Number what?
Number 8.
Okay, number 8. Oh. It got real.
Uh-oh. Okay.
What does fun look like to you?
Music. Music. And I won't say music, actually, because when I'm in the store trying on clothes and they're playing good music and I can't even, like, really break out into, like, dancing, I feel awful. It feels like torture to me. I almost have to leave because I'm like, I want to dance so badly. But music, whether it's dancing or singing or anything like that, for me, being able to express myself and move my body and everything through music, that for me is fun. Another thing that's fun for me, oh man, people watching, like just meeting random people and then learning about them, I'm that person that likes to spark conversation. And how people say, oh, I don't like, because what's that awkward conversation? I love that awkward conversation. You can say anything. You don't know this person. It can turn into anything. You never know.
Oh, yeah.
And so fun because of how spontaneous it is, and you never know who you're going to meet.
Oh, yes.
So, yes.
I have many testimonies from that.
So next is number 2. As number 2.
Number 2. Okay, number 2 is a good one. What does self-mastery look like to you?
Okay, so she picked 8 because that's my birthday. We're opposites. Oh, she has the same birthday as my son. My son has the opposite to me. He's September 8th. Oh, you're a Virgo. Virgos are awesome. Awesome. You guys hold it down. Anyways, okay.
Okay.
What was your question?
What is your definition, or what does self-mastery look like for you?
Self-mastery. Oh, this is a good question because I've been actually working on it. I have been working on this. Okay.
Me too.
Honestly, self-mastery to me looks like taking the different areas of my life, being aware of how I am creating in it, how I'm operating in it, what my garden looks like in every area of my life, and then adjusting the areas or like trying to take control over, for example, if I look at my finances, I'll tell you the truth. The first time I got my credit score was, a year and a half ago? I never looked at it, but I'm there, like, not trying to look at it because I'm scared of what it's going to look like, but still trying to have mastery over my finances. Come on, or like with my emotional state. I know something's up mentally. I don't know if it's, I'm not looking into mental illnesses because I don't want to know about them because my culture says it's nothing, so I don't look into it. And now I literally feel emotionally up and down, but I'm not looking to get that fixed. It's like, what do I expect? So it's going into that and seeing where is it that I want to improve, and consulting the experts, releasing the limiting beliefs, whatever it is in every area, so that when you put it all together, what it is that makes Ivodi a whole, I'll become a self-mastered being. Not saying that I have complete control, but I'm more often operating in spirit, because when I say look over the areas of my life, and I love to say this. I said this in my last video, and I'll keep saying it until everybody, like, everyone that hears it gets it. Is that for the first time in a long time, science and religion are now agreeing that we don't live just on a physical plane. So I'm like, when I look, when you ask me what is self mastery, I'm like taking every area of your life and kind of flipping it upside down, not no longer seeing it as a physical thing, as these things are, these circumstances, but now flipping it to see, okay, what is deeper, to really gain that sense of wholeness. I'll say that's my that's my definition of stuff. My personal, it's not the dictionary and it's not the whatever, but it's mine personally. Definition of mastery.
Gotcha.
Hold on. No, that I Valerie just said that her son says, "Oh, my son's birthday is 9/8/2." So 9/8 is 9. What? So she has the same birthday as her son, and birthday as me. Oh my goodness! I love that. I love that. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. Oh hey, who's on here? Oh, Coach K is on here. Oh, hey, Coach K. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining. Hello, Trice. Oh man, some people here have some really amazing names that I cannot pronounce. Hello, Alexa. Okay, what's our next number?
Well, you said 5.
10. Make it. Oh wait, Robert said 2. Was that number 2?
Yeah, we did 2.
Okay, then I'll do 10.
5. You were gonna do 5, then you did 8.
Let's read this comment. Robert says, because I answered the question, what is self-mastery? Self-mastery to me is bringing your dreams to realization. Oh, basically bring that alignment,
Yeah.
Right? Oh,
spirituality.
Again, you started with the booms,
Yes, I love
it. Yesterday's video, he was dropping some truth. So, okay, great definition. Thank you. Okay, number 10.
Number 10?
Yes.
If you could tell your 16-year-old self something, give your 16-year-old self advice, what would it be?
If I could give my 16-year-old, honestly, I would tell her she's exactly where she needs to be. And she is perfect. Because I've gotten to the point where I don't want to take anything back. I don't want my 16-year-old self to do anything different. Of course, would it have been a different experience? Sure, it would have, but I don't want a different experience. I like where I am right now, as sometimes as difficult as it is, I like it. So I would really tell her, you're exactly where you need to be. And in hearing that, just telling her to trust herself. Just trust yourself. You're where you need to be. Just trust yourself. Yes. Boom. Robert. Oh gosh. Okay. Next question. Okay, you're gonna have to pick the next one because I don't know what numbers are left.
Okay. So we've got 7.
Any questions to ask me, please. Whether it's about me personally, whether it's about different things, just put them down in the comment. We really want this to be engaging.
Please, yeah.
So, okay, go ahead.
Okay. Name an obstacle you've overcame and what you learned.
Name an obstacle I've overcome and what?
What you learned.
What did I learn? Girl, can you, and is there an area, because it's like you're always overcoming obstacles. Wait, are you though? No, you're always struggling to overcome obstacles. What is this though? You do the overcoming here, but it's like the most part is you trying to make it and failing and making it, failing and making it, failing, and sometimes backsliding. So it really is this struggle of overcoming, but what obstacle have I overcome? Oh
Yeah,
man.
we'll think about like experience and maybe what you may teach your audience or what you may bring to the people that you inspire. Something that you've gone through and then you can show them how to get through
Oh,
it.
sorry, I'm having a little cough that's starting. I don't know why. Okay, so something that I've gone through that I have overcome. You know what? Okay. From feeling lonely and empty, and I gotta say this. Oh, thank you for asking me this question because I'm like, I was thinking about it today, how powerful a testimony is. When you're sitting down watching somebody give a testimony, you're thinking, another testimony, because you see people give testimonies all the time, and sometimes you're not really paying attention. Sometimes it's a lady that just wants to talk, so she gives testimony once a month about everything and anything. So it loses its feeling of, oh my gosh, but what that person that's gone from one thing and overcome it, that's huge for them. And for me, I used to be empty, lonely. I was this feeling of not having enough, uncontent, girl, suicidal. That's what I'll talk about. I
Okay.
was suicidal and I overcame that. I didn't want to live anymore. And it got to the point where not only do I want to live, but I want to empower people to really live their best life, overcoming that. And what I've learned is never stop seeking your truth.
Mm.
That's what I've learned. If you're in that place of struggle, if you're in that place of whatever, turmoil, whatever it is, don't stop. Keep going forward. There's no mistake, like I told my 16-year-old self, there's no mistake. You didn't do anything wrong. You're not being punished. Keep going forward, seeking your truth, whatever your truth is. That's why it's hard for me. I don't judge them. I don't judge anyone. However, but it's hard for me to understand an atheist because I'm like, how how do you have hope for tomorrow? How do you have hope for tomorrow? Because there's always in each individual person, you're always on a journey. So even me, whether I'm Christian, whether I'm Buddhist, whether I'm Muslim, whatever it is that I am, every single person is on their journey. When you look at even the stories of the Bible, how when Paul was saved and when Peter was saved, if somebody would have took Paul when he was killing Christians and said, "Oh man, look at Paul," oh no, his name was Saul. Paul and changed to Saul. I'm so sorry. I usually okay. Anyways, but if somebody would have judged them on at that point, or if he would have judged himself at that point, or took his life at that point, he wouldn't have seen how beautiful it could have become. He was at the perfect place at the perfect time, doing exactly what he needed to do. Because guess what? Later on, his name changed. His heart changed, everything changed, so you're always on your journey. All you got to do is really trust yourself. And that's how what I learned in getting from turmoil of not having peace to actually having that peace.
Mm.
Hey Michelle, thank you for
Hey,
joining us.
Michelle.
Amina, hey Relem.
Tita, my sister.
Okay, oh man, that was a heavy question. That was
Okay.
a heavy question. Shoot, if you guys have any questions, just let me know. Put them in the comments. Okay, I don't know which questions we have left.
All right. I think we have two left.
Okay, two more questions, and then we're done.
Yes.
Okay.
How? What is this one? Okay. I guess I could word it differently. How? What? How do you feel about failure?
How do I feel about failure? How do I feel about failure? Uh, I have a love and hate relationship with failure. I have a love and hate relationship with failure because for the most part of my life, I've been conditioned to think that failure is attached to you. Failure is a part of your identity. failure walks with you for the rest of your life. So I do my best to try and make sure that I do not fail in anything. So almost I become perfect. I try not to do anything wrong. But now I'm still not at the place where I can say, oh, every time I fail, I'm excited. And, that's where I want to be. I want to get to a place where every time there's a failure, I'm like, okay, this is a great time for me to reflect. I'm not, right now, I'm still at a place where when I do fail, it's that argument of, it's so funny because when you're learning about your emotions and personal development and you're learning all these truths, and something bad happens, and I'm there, like, for example, let's just say my lights got cut off. And now I'm sitting there and I'm like, I know everything's okay. I know I'm not supposed to be crying. And I know, and I don't just let myself cry and let myself just, because I'm going back and forth with everything that I know. I know that everything's going to be okay. I know that I am exactly where I need to be. I know that, okay, if there's something that needs to be done, okay, I just got to get up and do it. I know that, okay, I know all these things. It doesn't mean that this doesn't hurt, It doesn't mean failure doesn't hurt. Failure still really hurts for me. I don't like failing, even though I fail a lot. For now, until I get on, until I get on my feet, I'm failing a lot, and I'm learning because it takes. Oh, this is great. If you want, it's funny because yesterday we spoke about change. If you haven't watched our video on change, you gotta. It's great. It's great.
That was deep. Ask Robert.
Okay, let's just jump into yesterday. And if you want to change, you have to be willing to fail. You have to be willing to fail. And I'm at a place where I want change in my life. I don't want to just talk about it anymore. I don't want to just plan about it anymore. I don't want to just think about it or, see how it's going to work or even plan my celebration for when I change or I want real tangible change. And for me to do that, I have to be willing to go forward knowing that I might fail and it's going to be okay. I might fail. I'm going to learn my lesson. I might fail. Failure is nothing but just, as a matter of fact, I don't even like that word. Let's change it.
Okay.
Let's take it out of the vocabulary. Let's see the comments. Okay. Robert says failure to me is not the time, but keep pushing. Ooh, yes. Failure means now is not the time, but keep pushing. Yes. Let me know what your guys' definition of failure is. That is so true. Now is not the time, but keep pushing. Another way of seeing failure is something that makes you grow.
Yeah, like Michelle just said, it's not a failure if you learn something from it. And we could. And I always say, it's a lesson or a lesson.
Boom for Michelle. Boom, boom. I love the emoji of not emoji. What are those gifts? The gift of this. Oh gosh,
it's funny.
Yeah, I use them all the time.
Somebody give us a gift. Give us a gift of boom.
You learn from it, and that's why if we take out, as a matter of fact, you define what failure is. Right? You define what failure is. If my goal is to grow, I can never fail. If my goal is I can only fail according maybe to what you thought I should be or your standards, but I don't live by your standards. I'm not you. I'm not on your journey. My end destination is not your end destination. So how did I fail? And especially as an African, I don't know if in other cultures it's the same thing, but in my culture, holy moly, failure stays with you to death. People will even come to your funeral and remind you how you failed. Sorry, my African brothers and sisters, I had to say it.
Woo! Girl, real quick, I have to come in and ask for a time check.
Okay.
Tell me it. You know it? You know the time?
Time. Ooh, I'm so sorry. No, 11:30. Okay. Yes, you can never fail if is to grow. Yes. Okay. And Sienna says, "Oh no, oh no." Okay. Yes, failure
Yeah,
is a necessity to growth. If you don't fail, you'll never grow because that means you're doing the same thing. That means you've mastered something. The only way you're gonna learn something is to do
it's
something
to
new
fail.
and fail because you don't. We're not gods
Boom,
to just know things.
boom,
Exactly. Okay,
boom.
let's go. Last
Last
question.
question.
Last. Awesome. I love this.
If you can, I love this. Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
Yes.
How did I said this weirdly, but if you could improve something or change, I don't like the word change. I prefer improve. But in
Okay.
comparison to the word change, if you
Mm-hmm.
could improve something in your spiritual DNA, so to speak, what would it be?
Girl. Spiritual DNA?
Yeah,
I don't understand. I don't
like
understand that.
you know how like you reborn? People say you're reborn. So if you could be
So
reborn again, what would you
I
change?
mean like
If you could be reborn, if you were reborn, what would you improve or change about your spirituality? Your like how am I saying this wrong?
that question you're gonna have to ask me another question because I can't change anything because spirituality is about growth,
That's why
relation,
I don't like the word change. That's why I say improve.
even improve. That's the whole purpose of spirituality, right?
Okay,
It's
then
not
I don't think I'm
as you're improving. What you're really doing is peeling off the layers. All you're really doing is remembering who you really are. So it's not really improving. You're kind of raising your awareness. You're kind of
So what is a goal for you? What do you have who do you have to become in order for you to get to that self mastery stage? What do you have to improve on in your life?
oh, I know this one. Discipline, discipline, discipline and balance, discipline and balance. I and it's good to learn about yourself. And I was someone. What I was doing for the longest time was I was denying, not denying it, but just not really looking at the weak areas in my life in the sense where I still think that yeah, focus on your strengths so that you can go and build on your strengths. But if your weak areas are stopping you from going forward, you know, you got to do
Yeah,
something.
that's how I should have said
I
it.
just like working on my strengths, and I'm speaking, I'm doing this, and like the contrast of my strengths is so big that it's weighing me down, and I'm starting to see it affect many different areas of my life. So for me, it would be that discipline to um, even where I am in my spirituality, I could be so much farther if I had that discipline of doing what it is I need to do to fill my cup, to feed my mind, feed my soul, nourish myself, to stay present, stay walking in spirit, whatever it is, that discipline would help me go forward quicker. So I guess that would be where an area where I would improve. I would want to improve in.
Okay, yeah, please excuse my wording. But we've got it, so that's good. Okay. So that's
Awesome.
all I got.
Much fun. Yay. Well,
So
that's
good.
all the questions we have. Unless you guys have more questions, I like being on here. Oh my goodness, especially Chantell. Honestly, I want to say thank you because you made this so much fun for me. You really did. And I have been so nervous. I wasn't gonna come on today. I really wasn't gonna come on. I was like, it's 11 o'clock. My target viewers usually watch between this time and this time. So now, it doesn't really serve a purpose because now my views are going to be lower, and so now all of these excuses for why I'm not going forward and doing what it is that I said I was going to do. So having you on here, I'm blessed. I am absolutely blessed.
And I'm blessed to be here,
So
to
I'm
be
gonna.
able to receive the energy, the vibration, because revelation is when we show up for each other. So I'm
Yeah.
definitely blessed to be here for sure. So yes, I'm gonna hop off.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna finish watching. I'm gonna finish reading the comments. Thank you
Yes.
so much.
Ooh,
I love
Michelle.
it. Let me kiss your cheek, girl.
Oh.
You okay?
Hold on. If it wasn't dark over here, we'd be good.
I know. Okay. You girl, you same girl. Thank you so much. I won't keep you too long. Mwah.
Yes, call me.
Bye, Chantell. Let's give her hearts. She was a great interviewer.
Interviewer.
Yes.
Interviewer.
Okay. Bye, Chantell.
All right. Later.
Okay. I'm just gonna read the last questions here, and then I'm gonna hop off. The last comments. With the list of questions you ladies have. Oh, thank you for the hearts. Oh my goodness. Okay, with the list of questions you ladies have, you would love my book called The What If Theory. It's literally over 100 pages of what if questions. Ooh, I like that. I like that. That is awesome. I will have to check it out. Put your link in the comment section so if anyone else wants to uh, read that or look into that, that they'll be able to too. Discipline, boom. I like that. Great answer, Michelle says. I feel that, Sieta says. Okay. And I think that's everything. Oh no, there's hearts and there's a good night. Okay, good night. Thank you so much for tuning in to episode, is it 18 or 17?